Okay, this is exciting. Thank you all for coming to this month's From the Bench. We have an amazing turnout. Obviously, Yukimi has a lot of fans, and I know I'm excited to see her work, as are you. So our guest today is Yukimi Annand. She is a calligrapher, lettering, and book artist based in Southern California. She grew up on her parents' flower farm in Japan and studied visual communication design and worked as a graphic designer for over 10 years in Tokyo. She left her position as a director in the prestigious Takenobu Igarashi studio to come to the US in 1990. While working as a freelance designer in Southern California, she discovered the world of Western calligraphy and has been fascinated by that world ever since. She's passionate about the beauty of the Roman alphabet and creates unique artwork with her love of calligraphic mark making and textures incorporated with nature. She's been experimenting with the use of tools and mediums to expand her world of calligraphy. It's also been her great pleasure to share her ideas and to give workshops all around the world since 2012. Yukimi's work has frequently been shown in Letter Arts Review magazine, as well as calligraphic books and journals. And they have been included in calligraphy collections in Berlin, San Francisco, Moscow, and private collections. So with that, thank you so much, Yukimi. I've also just enabled the transcripts. If they are distracting for you, you can turn them off. Thank you, Yukimi.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah, for and SFCB for your invitation. And thank you everyone to join us today. I'm so excited and a little bit nervous. This is my first talk online. And before I present my recent works of books, which have been exhibited at SFCB as a part of Book Art Artifact, work from the California chapter of GBW, the Guild of Book Workers, I would like to share my home studio. Okay, let me try to get my desktop. Okay, sorry, I got a little bit off. Okay. So this room I am sitting is a master bedroom, and it is on the second floor of our home. We moved to this house in Torrance in 1999, and I started to study calligraphy in 2000. This studio has been supporting my calligraphy life. And then I feel so fortunate to have this dedicated space. My studio gets bright sunlight during the day, and I see glowing trees from windows. So I started the calligraphy. No, this is my table setting. Usually, this is my everyday workspace, and then setting for online workshops. And then this one is the weekly lesson I held before pandemic. Since about more than 2 years, I've been mostly myself in this room, and it's good and a little bit sad. Okay, I got stuck. Hold on a second. I'm sorry for this.
That's okay, it's all tricky.
Okay. So these are the calligraphy pieces. Some of them are commissioned and also my personal studies. Okay, and then large pieces, I store this handmade drawers. And these are some of the pieces from John Stevens' workshop I took, and also my study of the Herman Kilian's letter form. And one thing I want to say, these pieces are all recent work, and I use Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh, and when I create pieces with his words, the process often become a meditating experience. So, and I want to continue to use his words for my further works. And experimental works. This drawer also holds a large piece of experimental pieces. Since I love textures and I'm very interested in contemporary art and abstract expressionist works, also with San Francisco-based calligrapher and artist Thomas Ingmayer's influence, I started to experiment with abstract calligraphy focused on textures about 15 years ago. I continue to work with them and it is becoming my life work. And these are some of artists I like: Bryce Marden, Sam Francis, Lee Krasner, Conrad Marcarelli, Mark Tobey, and Toko Shinoda. And some big pieces. These pieces are full of sheets of leaves BFK and also Indian cadi paper. And this piece is a series of pandemic. The beginning of the pandemic, I just needed to make something, and I wrote my thought about COVID-19 and the people in this world. And also I thought about our Mother Earth, what's going on. So these were my words I wrote. And just a little process here, writing on gray cadi paper with 40 pen, my thought. And then this lighter part is matte medium. So I applied matte medium. After matte medium, I washed with color ink and then wrote a little more. And it seemed a little bit still not layer was not working well. So I wrote text with squeeze bottle acrylic paint, and final result something like this. And as you see, I love layered textures. And in my calligraphy texture studies, I developed my own alphabet influenced by textures of painting or nature. The left one, this one. Oh, sorry, this one is inspired by works of Mark Tobey, and others are influenced from natural nature textures. And while I create textures by writing, I put my emotion at. When I get in good mood, usually starting with textures with system to write slowly, and then when I get in mood with get good rhythm and movement, and then so form is always in my mind, but sometimes I can make something texture of something evocative. So this is the wall behind me right now. And I keep pretty much plain my back wall to hang some ongoing works. And also I work on the floor a lot here. When I work on the floor, my body and vision is the work well with the position of the floor. Maybe since I grew up in Japanese traditional house, I sit on the floor and study a little bit on the floor too. And this is the piece I did for Brody's calligraphy on texture online. This is 3 meter by 3 meter. So floor, working on the floor worked very well. Okay, and here is another concept with geometric textures. I would like to work more in depth. The Roman alphabet, especially Roman capitals, are based on the geometric system, and I love working the system. So, and the British poet David Annand sent me beautiful poems for these pieces, and I will add his lines on this white accordion book to complete. And in the back also, the northeast corner is my small library. And these bookshelves hold mainly calligraphy and art books and my workshop materials. And many people know this drum leaf binding exercise book. I bound some exercise sheet or my demo sheet into book home. And I think it saves a lot of space. So I like it too. I have more than 50 books so far. Medium and tools. I think I'm minimizing pretty well compared to some others. This shelf contains mostly acrylic mediums, acrylic ink, Schmincke, FW, magic ink, and then golden fluid acrylics. This is natural, these are natural pigment, and matte medium, gloss medium, gesso, and semi ink, and some squeeze bottles. And this one has beeswax and some simple printing tools are here. And I mainly use sumi ink, and I start sumi ink marks on paper for experimental pieces. This liquid sumi ink has been really handy. Also, I use stick ink, watercolor, and gouache for calligraphy pieces. And many tools. These are my favorite tools. And then papers. This is my DIY paper shelves and some rolls. And the scraps I usually separate to the color and put in a bag. And I use for collage or making accordion books. And digital works, my digital equipment is also becoming an important tool for my work. So most of the lettering works are written or drawn by hand, then I often adjust them digitally, so they are used for reproductions and also finalizing one-of-a-kind piece. So this is pretty poor video, but I took last week. A little bit dark. So my desk space, and then so you see I have just one room, and our ash tree in the backyard. Sorry, maybe you hear my air conditioning sound. Okay, and then again, parking space. Okay, then books. Okay, I can't connect some. I got stuck again, sorry. Oh yeah, it's fine now. So books. So on the east side of my room, I collect most of materials for books, and I store my original books. Not too many, but like in these drawers. And calligraphy and books are deeply in relation, and I enjoy creating books a lot. And I learned bookbinding through calligraphy, but not really haven't learned book arts in depth. So with my wish to study more about book arts, I joined GBW, the Guild of Bookworkers, last year. I am new to the book arts field and eager to learn more about it. And then this one, with my interest in my love of traditional Japanese folded screen and printed sliding doors, my books are mostly accordion books. And these images are samples from my sequence workshop. I instruct a workshop that uses calligraphic marks and textures incorporated with accordion books. So you can get idea of the size and the proportion. You see that these are pretty small. I have some of actual books, and I'll show you later. And these books are very simple folded accordion books with calligraphic textures. And I'm going to add covers. And of course, I love paper, but also I love threads. I often use threads as a part of element in my books. And I also really love stitching paper too. And this is one of the book with calligraphic marks and textures. The binding was influenced by Monica Dingo's instructions. And then the one signature has 8 pages, so we can enjoy the combination of different pages. I say when I work with Japanese text, these are all text I used, Japanese ones. I feel I am at home. So when I created these books with Japanese text, so as collecting images for this talk, I thought maybe I should do a little more with this kind of books and work with my the text which I feel I'm at home. And then the world book. So in 2008, I joined a small calligraphers group called Inspire Artist. As group's project, each member chose an artist and created a book related to the artist. I chose Spanish artist Antonio Tapias. Oh, I love his work. And his works were often said to be like walls. I asked myself why his works were called walls, why we need walls, and what is the meaning of walls. So I put all my thought about walls to create a book titled The Wall. Each page contains layers of mediums with my thoughts. The book has entered the San Francisco Library Harrison collection. And at the beginning of the stage, a mixture of gesso, acrylic paint, and sand from my backyard on full sheet of leaves BFK paper. And then I tear to 8 and arrange as accordion book. So starting from a very rough surface made me feel pretty bored. So I wasn't afraid to make mistakes. I started to make something wrong and go over and over. The layer became pretty heavy with those paint and mediums. And this is the images I collected. Actually, that stage I have many I was collecting many artist works. I was a little bit confused what to do, but so I wanted to put many elements I love to this book too. And this was the mediums I used. And then a little detail with sunlight. Also, I put the historical letter form or historical marks on cave or other things. And this one is the replica of Tapies' writing. So there are many things on this book. And the backward, the beginning, I wasn't planning to bind with designer's tape. I put temporary designer's tape on it to support to accordion. And then I realized leaves BFK paper so soft, the tape got stuck. So I couldn't take out. So there's a designer's tape. And then I supported with bookbinding fabric, cloth. So back is like this, and even back has like 5 or 6 layers because I didn't like much the color until I found the best one for this book. So this one is the original wall book, and these two I recently finished and sent to the exhibit in SFCB. And the exhibition will go through August 28. So if you are around the area, please stop by there. I put this image because I'm showing pretty clear image, organized image. I kind of clean up and took a picture. But once I started start to use mixed media or even making calligraphy piece, I make a big mess. So, but I have only one room, so I make mess and clean up and make mess and clean up. That's been my cycle in this room. So this book, The String Touched, is inspired by works of Bensham. This is series of book number 3. And I've been thinking about his work. I love his work, of course, and this book has nice text, and I chose one quote and made this book. So the process is pretty similar. And beginning was 6 pages, a little bit larger size, and then I cut half, so this is the horizontal rectangle shape. And one day I put the color scheme was pretty warm, something like this. One day I put a little bit blue here and there, and it became weird color combination. So I got a little bit upset and washed with all blue, and it became so blue. I didn't know what to do. So it was sitting long time in my drawer. And when I got the entry, call for entry for this exhibit, I thought maybe I should work on this. And I started to write text down and made a little more layers to finish. So text is by Rabi Abulafas. And then the string touched by the right or left hand move, and the sound is sweet to the ear. And this part, it is possible to produce the exact through the combination of sound, and the same is true of the combination of letters. So when I write letters with each strokes and then making texture, I have the sound of the letters. This is all drawn, so not much rhythmical, but when I do more calligraphic work, I can hear the sound. Okay, this part is 1, 2, 3, the first letter, something like that. And I made box, clamshell box for the exhibit. And another book is Scenery and Music Box, and series number 2. And this is, I used text by Kenji Miyazawa, Japanese author and poet. This stage, kind of middle stage, actually, I thought this was the final stage at once. And even I exhibited a small group too. Then I found Obi, the Japanese kimono belt arrangement. This was the book I received from my friend. And I thought I need something to add. So I collaged blue and red strips and then changed a little bit color scheme. This image is a little bit cooler than original one. I'm not sure which I really like, but this is the final book. And when I see the cropped image of this one, when I see the finder of the camera, it really looked like building or walls and small details of lighting. This text was pretty long. And I have 2 more books in progress. This is Umi to Nohara to Ie, Japanese text, beach, field, and my home. It will be my childhood. I write about my childhood with own text. And this book is influenced by Hanemir Baron's work. It's pretty much different now, but I have finished 4 pages and I will go on. And this is another book pretty similar as the number 3 one. It's pretty much simple now. I'm not sure how much I add, but I decided I'm gonna use Japanese text. Okay, so I have some books next to me. I will show you with my document camera. So I hope you can hear my voice. So this one is the scanned image and replica of the wall book. So I'll just go through the first page. So this angle, I don't see much, but I have metallic paint here and there. And this letter form was developed for this project. And maybe scale is about 23 centimeter by 19 centimeter. And you see the messy cover now. So I'm gonna cut and then I'm gonna make replica book sometime. Sorry. And this is the number 4 book. It's on progress. It's in progress. This is first page. So this is my hand, so you can see the size. It's not so big. Yeah, and also this one is leaves BFK. Stitches here. And then not in progress here. So this page will be my kitchen, our kitchen. So this is the back I just played. So this is gonna be painted. I thought I just play a little bit like coming childhood. I'm not sure if I keep or not, but you can see the stitches in the back. And this one is a little big for my camera. Very simple right now. So I made mark on leaves pick a big flat brush, sumi ink, and then cut to 8, and then this the back gesso coating on over the paper. And there are tiny text with pencil in Japanese. And then some of the small accordions. So maybe some of you see my work on social media, and then I go workshop or whatever to bring actual book, and people kind of surprised. Oh, is that small? So let me put light. It's another one. And these 2 books. Also, David sent me some lines, nice text on these 4 open pages. I think I'm gonna write the text on it, text on the book. That's just to my case when people see these mark making books. So if I don't have a text, people can think about something to feel. Once if I write text, human will naturally start to read. So this part will be the dominant and this comes behind. So I may add text at the end. So I'm thinking about what to do with beautiful text. And the simple ones I showed, maybe you can see here. It's balsamic textures. And then automatic pen. And these images are influenced by ice on lake. I think this is. And this simple one has cover. I think it is nice to put cover. Very small. And these are mostly non-text work. This one has tiny writing, narrow Roman minuscule. And I'd like to work a little more with text writing on books. This one's very tiny, like 5 centimeters. Letter from Herman Killian's work. So this one. So okay, maybe yes, this is more than 30 minutes by now. So I think it is. I have a bit more, but maybe it's good time to finish and talk.
Thank you, Yukimi. These are beautiful.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes.
I think that I'll just ask the one question from Linda is what's your medium for working on the cloth here? What did you use on the cloth? What's your ink?
Oh, this one?
No, it was from the keynote presentation, your work on fabric.
Oh, yes.
Okay. What ink did you use?
Okay, now I have. So fabric. I have several work, but for the assignment for Brody's work, I used acrylic paint mixture with GAC 900. The Golden has new products which can mix to any pigment, and then if we iron, that will stay. So I used in my case, I used acrylic paint and GAC 900.
Great. Well, there are lots of comments about how beautiful your work and your studio space is, and thank you so much for taking the time to share this with us. We did have so many people, we couldn't fit everyone in, so if you came in late, I will be I'll be posting the video to the SFCB website by next week, and you'll get an email in a little bit that will contain that link, so you'll be able to catch up if you missed anything. Thank you again, Yukimi. It's really been a pleasure. Thank you. Next month on September 1st, we'll be talking with Hope Amico. She's artist, educator, printer, based in Portland, Oregon. So I hope we'll see you then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.